This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with Forged Irish Stout and Empire Fight Store. I've surprised the man on Zoom, Mr. Otto Wallin. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
All good, brother. All
Yeah.
good. Let's talk a little bit about it. What a crazy sort of, I suppose, firstly, 12 months for you. We did a Zoom earlier on in the year, and you were sort of speaking to me about some of your frustrations, having inactivity. Since then, you've gone on to basically go into Gassiev's backyard and defeat him, and now you have your fight scheduled with Anthony Joshua. What a whirlwind 12 months for you.
Yeah, it really has been. I mean, just looking back, uh, maybe 8 months from now, things were not looking very good, but I'm really happy, of course, of the position I'm in now. I got a good management and I'm a promotional free agent actually. So I think that things are really looking up and I had that fighting Gassiev. Then we got this fight with Joshua. So I think that things have really turned around, and this is, of course, something I've been waiting for. So I'm just really excited about it.
Well, let's talk firstly, now reflecting on that fight with Murat Gassiev out in Turkey. How was the whole experience? Certainly not a place that we see boxing go to much. I know that a couple of the lads followed you over and had a great time supporting. What was that whole fight week feel like?
It was interesting. It was a bit different over there. Yeah, it was in Turkey. The weather was good. The hotel was nice. We had some friends, family over there, so we had a really good time. And then I think at the fights, it was good. I think there was a little bit hostile in the crowd. It was mostly Russians and Gassiev supporters, of course. And then I had my little clique on the side that was rooting for me, but they were the only ones rooting for me. But it was a good time. I felt like I won almost every round against him. One judge had it for him, which I thought was crazy, but at the end they came to their senses to give me the victory. So yeah, all in all, it was a good experience, and it's obviously led to something much bigger.
Otto, obviously now people never really want to go too much off box rec and more the rankings and stuff like that. But when you put that all in all together, you now have yourself a high position up on box rec. Also, you find yourself highly ranked within the IBF. You feel like you've now forced yourself into a position where, i.e., someone like AJ December 23rd, they have no choice but to pick an opponent like yourself.
I think so. It definitely helps with the ranking because I have the number two spot with the IBF. He's number three, I think, and it might happen so that if the title becomes vacant, the IBF title, and then if I would have just waited, it would have been me against Hergovich because he's number one. So I think that's what Joshua's going for. He wants the number two spot so he can fight for the title. But unfortunately for him, this is where it ends with this title fight for him.
Before we talk about December 23rd, the day of reckoning, your fight with Anthony Joshua, a little bit about sort of the negotiations and how everything got into even being made. We know that it was sort of made on quite short notice. Everyone came together on a week or so. We've never seen anything like it, even in terms of promoter cooperation, broadcaster cooperation, etc. On your side, I imagine it was quite quick. You probably found out very soon, and it was all a bit of a whirlwind. You fly in for the press conference. Do you just want to sort of talk us through your account of how it all came about?
Yeah, my manager Jolene Misson, she got the call from somebody from the other side that offered us to fight Joshua on, yeah, about a 7 weeks notice, and it wasn't hard. I said yes, I'm interested. We went back and forth a little bit with different things, but I guess all in all, in 2 days, pretty much, we made a deal, and the fight was on, and I don't think it was too hard.
Has it been refreshing doing things so quickly and so sort of easily? We've never seen things come together so quickly as since Turkey Al Sheikh's been involved.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think that, like I say, I mean, for me, it seemed very easy. Maybe Jolene would say something else, but I think she felt that was pretty easy too, and she has a lot of experience in boxing, so I'm sure she's been in a lot tougher situations. But this was, I think, very easy.
Well, let's talk Anthony Joshua then. He is your opponent. He's tried and tested with southpaws recently with those 24 rounds shared with Alexander Usyk. People were surprised to see he took the fight with a southpaw in yourself. Were you surprised at all by that?
I was a little bit surprised. I think that, he's got a new trainer. It's short notice, a southpaw again. So I didn't really understand it. I didn't think that they were gonna pick me in the end. Maybe they would have just offered me the fight, I thought, and then go with somebody else. So I mean, I was surprised, and I don't think it's the best move. I wouldn't do it if I was him, but I'm happy. I get the opportunity. I get the chance to beat him and really cement my spot up there among the best heavyweights in the world.
Otto, you were very respectful at the press conference, but you said that you found that you feel that Anthony Joshua had seen his peak in his boxing career. He seemed a little bit offended by those comments when you guys came face to face. What sort of words were exchanged, and were you surprised at sort of how blunt he was with you?
Well, I just felt like he was very stiff and tense and nervous and kind of not the guy that I remember. I've been around him before, but seemed very unsure of himself. So I actually started talking to him a little bit up there, and then after a while he started talking back, and I think he relaxed a little bit more. But I don't know. I think he's a guy that he might take himself pretty serious, and he takes things to heart. And he told me that not come and shake his hand after if I'm gonna be talking now. So I just told him, "Don't worry, I'm not here to make friends, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win this fight, and if he doesn't want to shake my hand after, that's it. That's fine."
Without giving away what yourself and your team are working on perfecting for the fight, do you believe that there's things in his game plan that you can exploit December 23rd?
I think definitely there is. I think that, I mean, he's already been beat 3 times, so there's no secret that he can get beat. And I think that now more than before, I think his mind is in a bad spot. I think he has too much pressure on his shoulders, and he's really feeling it. And I think that's hard for him. He used to be the guy that everybody was looking up to, and he was a champion, but he's not the same guy anymore. And I think that's hard on him. And I think that's really is bringing him down, and he's very unsure of himself. And he has shows with all these different trainers. If you change trainers once, takes a long time to really get things going. And then if you do it now, he's done it, I think, 3 times. So
Let me just pick up
I
on that
think that's hard.
quickly. I know we're a bit pressed for time, but he is with Ben Davison. Ben Davison, obviously the man in Tyson Fury's corner against you. What do you make of that?
I think it'd be interesting. I think this too short of a notice for him to really change anything. And I think I think he's just gonna make things worse. Because when you're in there, you start getting hit, you're gonna go back to what you know, and you have somebody new in the corner telling you what to do, and you might not believe it or trust him 100%. Then I think that's a problem.
Well, Otto, always a pleasure to speak to you, brother. I'll give you a final message to your fans watching and supporting back home.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for the support, and this is really exciting times, and I'm very happy for all the support that I'm getting. So I'm gonna pay you all back with a good performance and a good win on December 23rd.
Otto, top man, thank you for speaking to us here at Boxing Social.